Hey folks, AJ the CEO here, and we got ourselves another 4K camera, but it's not what you expect. This is not a PTZ. This is a 4K AI powered webcam by YOLO Live. This is the YOLO Cam S3. They sent this out to me. Let's go ahead and check it out and see what it features. Now, actually, before I even do this, this is going for $199. Now, I'm going to show you how this, for a 4K camera, this is actually in a very good price range, but let's let the product stand for itself. Let's open it up. Let's look and see what's inside. Alrighty, folks, let's go ahead and open this thing up. Again, they sent this to me, but my opinions are my own. Y'all are seeing this. Well, they are seeing this at the same time y'all are. And as you can see, we haven't opened it up, so we about ready to let it stand on itself and see how good or bad it is. All right, we got ourselves a USB-C to USB-A cable right there. How long is this? This looks like 3 feet, maybe. We also have an adapter, so if you want to make it a pure USB-C to C cable, got that adapter for that. Have a little manual AI-powered 4K live streaming camera. What else? A little product manual. Getting everything set up. All right. Come on now. And I would assume this is it because this is actually a little heavy. All right. All right. So this is the clip. I didn't mean to damage the thing here. So we got a quarter thread on here, so we can put it on a tripod. Clips on right here, so it can hang on top of a monitor or something like that. I also have an extending arm right there, so you could possibly use this for a top-down view, kind of like how I have that right there. Yes, you could mount it up there as long as you have like some power to go with it. A long USB, they do have some type of, I don't know what the rating is for how long USB cables can go, but, and here she is. All right, so let's take that little plastic off there. Very nice. This has a 1 by 1.3 CMOS sensor inside of it. Literally all we got is a USB-C plug in the back. And it's a magnetic grip right here and here. So you can do portrait or landscape here. So boom, magnetic clip right there or right there. Really straightforward. Nothing really to it. Let's go ahead and get this thing set up and let's see what it looks like hooked up to the computer. We're gonna have it go through different pieces of software and just give you some image quality tests. Now, again, I'm shooting on a 4K camera right here. My desk one is a 4K, and let's compare it to each other because this also has live color grading, which is pretty cool. So let's go ahead. Now, the other thing I noticed, they said there's some software. I do not see it here. It's probably the QR code that got to be scanned to get the software. Maybe that's why I should have left the manual out. But there's a QR code here on the back. But anyway, let's go ahead and get this thing set up and plugged into the computer and let's look and see what it do. Alrighty, so we got it hooked up to my computer here. And let's look at the device manager first just to see what it shows. All right, so let's drag this over here. So under cameras, there it is. Nothing really called out as using an old driver. So it's just showing up as a regular, just webcam, no extra features or anything from this standpoint to see. But let's go ahead and open up OBS and let's assign it. And okay, I grabbed it. So, okay, let's see what else we got. Does it have a mic built in? I don't see a microphone built directly into that. Kind of makes sense. Well, I guess this is just for capturing. So it's not like if you're using this for your desk or something like that, you will want to have your own kind of dedicated sound, kind of like what I have here. But very straightforward there. You can change your resolution. And let's see, we can put in custom. We can crank it all the way up to 4K. And the highest frame rate looks like that might be 30. And boom, there's 4K right there. You can tell because my template is there. And ooh, that's why I didn't realize I had a bump on my head when I hit my head when I was at the Shiloh. Oh, wow. Anyway, that's very clear, clearer than I wanted it to be. Let's go ahead and resize it here. So very good picture. All right. So again, it it is able to be in portrait or landscape. Let's go ahead and rotate it and see what it shows up as. Now I rotated it and let's see. Do we have to deactivate it for it to pick up the change? Doesn't look like it. All right, but very, very, very nice image quality. Now, the thing is, this is only going to give me USB out. So connecting this to like a video switcher or something like that, that traditionally is expecting HDMI or SDI, this is not going to be an option for you. But if you are, say that you are a pastor or somebody that wants to have a higher quality image than built-in webcam on your laptop or something like that, I can see this putting on a small tripod. Where's my small tripod? Well, I don't know, maybe something like this here, and maybe having it set down in front of your desk or something like that, which would be nice. So let's move this. Very straightforward. Now, let's go ahead and see about some software. Let's go ahead and scan this and let's see about whatever software we have. Now, the other thing is it does have autofocus. So that's real slick. So can we go full screen with this? And that way I can cheat and let y'all see everything here. All right, so we're full screen from here, and it has this autofocus built in, and we played around with there for half a second. So let's see. Say you're doing a product review or something like that, like I'm doing. All right. So automatically focusing in on my phone, getting it back in focus with me. Do the code. Very nice. Very nice. So let's go ahead and see about some software and see if we can open up some more features with what this camera can do. I downloaded the YOLO Live Composer software. Will give us some more access to what the camera can do. I have a link down below to download that. Let's go ahead and select the camera. All righty. So let's see what we can do inside of this. So let me make sure OBS is closed so that we can use one program at a time. There we go. All right. So let's see under graphic settings. So we can change the aspect ratio from right here and the hertz, 60 hertz. Cool. So again, is at 4K at 30 frames per second over USB. So that's where we can adjust that. Now under image settings, we can change the sharpness. All right, contrast, all that other fun stuff right there. Our saturation, very vibrant colors. All right, lens shading correction. I do like that, just because of what I have here. But anyway, all right. So we got focus. So it has the autofocus. What's that? The PDAF autofocus. We can set as priority on, are we going to focus on faces? So you can see that it's tracking my face. We can specify where we want it to focus on, or we're going to focus on the center. I would, especially for a camera like this, I would maybe probably want to focus on my face. All right. So under zoom, we can assign hotkeys to it. So that's cool. But it looks like we have to do a upgrade for that. I'll come back to that. We can turn that on here. But let's go back and we'll play around with that later. AI parameters. Don't know exactly what that is. This feature requires a login. Do you want to log in? I'll come back to that. I do have a login with them because of the other devices, but we'll come back to that. We want to see what we can do just native without signing into anything. All right, exposure, we have it set to auto. You can always adjust it to manual, and you can dial in your ISO and your shutter if you wanted to. So nice if you want to do that. White balance the same way. You can auto lock it, set it to manual, do all that fun stuff if you want to. I never really got into doing manual white balance. Need to learn how to do it, but and see, it does have volume. But it's strange. Don't notice any slots on this thing for a mic, but I could be wrong. We got our noise reduction, latency, automatic gain control. Okay. So good basic settings that you would expect from any camera. Well, actually, they uh, note that you have controls and DSLR quality with this webcam. And I'll be honest, with the cameras that I have, I see the same amount of features with my Sony camera and handheld cameras. I remember with my Nikon and stuff like that, seeing similar settings with that, which is good. Coming here to color. So we got a tutorial to go through here and make some corrections and color balance and all that other fun stuff. Please select the color to adjust. Oh, on the right. So let's do the white on my shirt. Like I said, I am a novice when it comes to this type of stuff. Interesting. Okay. So as you can see, we can adjust the color of that specific item. Okay. Interesting. That's for fast. You do have a more professional one. Yeah, nah, no thank you. I know that's not my wheelhouse, but if anybody there who does do this, hey, at least you have all the abilities to make that type of stuff. All right, and you can also set scenes. So it looks like and it reset back to my focus. Oh, there's a seed. So I can say I want this to be face. Let's save that as a scene, and you need to be logged in to do that too. Okay. All right, let's go to the settings here. And this is mainly just language, account information, and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and upgrade the software. Maybe there's some more features built into this. All right, so we got everything updated and the software is updated and the camera was updated. So in between that, I also logged into my account. So let's see the other features that are available. Didn't see anything. It looks like the firmware fixed something with auto white balance locking and another type of focus. All right, but let's go look at AI parameters. You want to start tuning? Yes. All right, so it says don't move. So, all right, please select your preferred streaming image brightness. I personally like that one and that one where I was coughing. Okay. So I guess it kind of uses AI to try and assess the scene, your image quality, and help you pick something for you. So, okay. So we could save that as a scene. Now that I'm logged in, he does give me some stuff like this. And it was like AI, it won't let you do any spaces. I just do AI test as a scene and get away from that. So there's our other scene. We can go back to the standard. And again, all those changes kind of carry over. So let's go back to changing our focus again to just the face. Um, and let's change that to 19 by 6. And let's go ahead and move the camera so we can do a vertical. Now, the other thing is the casing on the camera is completely metal. So they promise that it's not going to overheat. Now, it is a little warm to the touch, but not something that's scalding my hand or nothing like that. All right, so let's close this. Let's go ahead and open back up OBS. Let's resize this so it would take up the center screen. I hate the black bars on that, but if you were doing stuff like Instagram or TikTok or anything like that where you want to have a 9 by 16 aspect ratio, you could do it that way. Now let's try another thing. Let's go ahead and close this because instead of just using OBS all the time, let's go ahead and open up Zoom and let's see what that looks like. I was looking at my icon on my stream deck. Let's open up Zoom and let's see what that, I mean, should be pretty straightforward. I do like the fact that it is going to be focused on the face and all this other stuff. Now that's still going to my A tone. Let's go ahead and change that to here. And so that still carries over that setting. Hmm. All right. Got it that in focus. So let's see. Does it still do the focus? All right. Very good. So that's good. So this will give a higher quality for your um, any type of stuff that you're doing. Like I know I have a bunch of pastors that are starting to do podcasts, starting to do inspirational moments during the morning and stuff like that. And you wouldn't want to go. I mean, this is just personal, and some people might not like this, but at this point, you're kind of producing higher quality stuff with your stream. And if you start going into other venues where you're making other types of content outside of your service or your Bible study, you wouldn't want the quality to drop. And again, I know it's not that important, but it kind of is that you want to maintain a certain level of quality. So if you get something like this, you can have that. And because you don't have a whole team having to do color balancing and focusing and all this other stuff, the camera has it built in so you can actually just be able to sit back and do what you need to do, whether you're ministering, teaching, or doing whatever from that. So I do like that as an option. So, what other things does this camera offer that I may have missed? Now, they also say, I mean, I mentioned it that they said that you shouldn't experience any lag, you shouldn't have any limitations when it comes to live streaming because a lot of cameras, especially DSLRs, when I first was using them, I could only go 30 minutes because the camera will overheat. And a lot of other cameras do that. Now, like the cinema camera that I'm using right now is kind of meant for long form stuff, but again, you're paying the price for that. That is about 5 times more than what this camera is. So, and that doesn't include the lens. So you don't have to worry about that because that's all built in. Very good image quality, I must say. Um, I mean, what else can I say about it that it's doing for itself? Now, I know a lot of y'all have been asking me to do this, and I'll try and do this some more. Just give some sample footage of what the camera looks like by itself. Now, yes, I do have two lights here. I have some RGB lighting, and I have the overhead lights inside the room. Um, so let's actually try that. That's one thing that a lot of people said they want me to test out the low light. So let's close my Zoom meeting. Let me just go just to the camera app itself, built natively into Windows. And obviously this will work with your Mac as well too. My Mac is over here. I don't have it connected to my ATEM, so we're working on that. And there we go. So here's the camera by itself. So let's go ahead and shut the lights off on here. We're going to cut over to nothing but the camera. Let's go ahead and turn off the lights here. Turn off the lights and see what everything looks like. So the RGB is off. These lights are off. And then we turn the overhead off. All right. So the only light that I have coming in is the lights that are coming. Well, let me turn the lights off in the hallway. All right. So at this point, the only light that I have on are the lights coming from my monitor. And I have a dark view on everything in here, so I'm not really projecting anything. Let me remote over here to my other computer. Let's put that in sleep mode. So now, literally, the only light that is coming from is going to be this monitor right here, and really nothing else. So, this is with absolutely barely any light at all. Let's turn the RGBs back on, and it pulls a whole lot from that. I'll just do just my overhead and see what that, I mean, not my overhead, my two lights here. Mm. So again, I mean, that's with nothing, no lights at all, except for just lights coming from my keyboard, my monitor, and everything like that. So, very, very cool. Let's go ahead and bring everything back up. I don't know how many people would do something in that type of scenario. But again, it's good to know that you have that as an option if you did something like that. But yeah, YOLO Live, I think you done knocked this one out of the park. What I think I'm gonna do is our live stream tomorrow. I'm gonna try and integrate this and use this solely for my stuff. And then I'll try and post some more videos of just the raw footage of this in different environments to see how it works with you. If you have one of these, let me know. Leave a comment down below and give you a fair assessment for other people who might be looking at getting the other camera. Link is down below if you're interested in getting one. All right, folks. Now, one other thing I failed to mention, that's why the whole background looks a little bit different. YOLO Live has given me a discount code that you can use on their store directly or Amazon if you're interested in getting one of those cameras. All you got to do is put in the code AJ Homes and you'll receive that discount, like I said, directly through their website or Amazon if you're interested in picking up one of these cameras. And if you do get one, come on back and leave a comment and give your honest impressions of what you do with them. If you do have one, also just include how are you using it? Are you using it for your pastor? Are you using it for your media? Are you using it in different scenarios? Hey, are you not even with churches at all and you're using it as a gaming um, thing for a headshot when you're playing games? Like I need to get back into Battlefield 6 and Silent Hill F and all of those games. But anyway, let me know what you think. And the other thing I did not mention is with the streaming devices that they have, the in-stream and the YOLO box and all of those, you can connect this directly and that would give you a camera with it, especially their 4K one. That would give you 4K streaming and a 4K camera that can go over USB. So that is cool that you can integrate all of their stuff together. So I think that's about it. Let me know if you have any other questions. I mean, again, YOLO Live, thank you. They sent this to me. I don't have to send it back. So this is going to be added to our collection. So let me know whatever stuff, type of scenarios you want me to test out. If you want to see it, let me be your guinea pig. So that way, I can test this stuff out for you and show it to you so you don't have to worry about spending your money. That way you can feel confident on the purchase that you're making. And like I said, YOLO Live, thank you so much for sending this out to me. Another great product and really appreciate it. So if you like this type of content, appreciate a like, consider subscribing, hit that bell the way you get notified when we come out with other videos to help modernize your media ministry. Thanks for watching, folks. This is AJ. Catch you on the next video. Later.